it's Amanda from the Queen of Lean, and today I wanted to put together a video for you just on how to work through any particular squat issues. So we see a couple of things going on, and what I wanted to do is just break it down for you and then also come up with some solutions. So I've got my coach Cara here with us today, and she's going to be demonstrating how to help fix these issues. So the first one that I wanted to talk about is just seeing generally losing tightness and knees caving in. So something that you want to work on with this is getting really good glute activation so that you're working through the outside of your hips and switching on through your glutes. So a couple of things that you can do, and a cue that we like is to work on spreading the floor. So what I'll do is I'll get Cara to show incorrect technique. So usually if you're caving in, you'll see it happening from the feet and from the ankles, and the knees will drop in as a result. So spreading the floor is thinking about getting your feet in nice and solid on the ground and rolling onto the outside of your feet. As soon as you do that, you feel that your glutes will activate towards the outside of your hips and will generally create more tightness. So if you're someone who struggles with this in particular, what you could do is even try doing squats without any shoes on, or just make sure that you've got really good footwear where you can feel that hooking in, rolling onto the outside of your feet. The other thing that you can do is add a band. So this makes it more challenging. You can add a band just around, you could do just below your knees for that, and what that will do is make that a lot harder, but as you're going down into the squat, really driving out and keeping that tension on. With any particular training, it's really finding, like a lot of the time we find that people just don't stay tight. So it's getting into a position where you feel like you're tight and then just increasing that tightness by 20-30%. So really driving out your knees, keeping that tension on, and she'll be able to feel that on the outside of her glutes. The other thing that you could do, which we won't demonstrate, but you could do a really long glute bridge hold before your training. So just as an activation, we like to do around a minute. You could do it with the green band on and just do it as a glute bridge coming up and getting everything to switch on and to work. But the other thing that we see is if a client has ankle tightness, so how that will present is it won't be able to drive your knees as far forward, and then you might see a butt wink position, or where your hips turn under at the bottom. So I'll get Cara to demonstrate that. So here, and you can see that her hips are tucking under. So how we rectify that, aside from working on ankle mobility and stretching through the calves, what you can do is add, you can either use squat shoes, or you can add a surface that has got a little bit of height that's going to help you get that range. So I'll add the rubber mats here. Sometimes we'll add 1 or 2 mats, and then what that helps is to get more ankle range through, or to kind of fake the ankle range, and you're able to get your knees forward and really drive into the bottom. Now I will note there are a couple of different squats that we work with. The squat that we're talking about today is more your high bar back squat, and it's the most demanding in terms of range, especially through the ankle joint. So that will help to rectify that, and you should see less butt wink down the bottom of the squat position. So then one of the other issues can be upper back tightness. So what we're going to do is swap bars over for that. But with upper back tightness, or I should say shoulder tightness, some people can struggle to be able to grab the bar and to get into that position. So when you take the shoulder joint into this position, it is actually quite demanding, and you do need a lot of mobility for that. So if your shoulders are tight, one thing that you can do is, instead of gripping the bar in tight, you can go out wider on the bar when you're setting up. If that still feels uncomfortable, a variation that you can use is a safety bar. So for the safety bar, it's coming into a position. You can see that Kara's holding on to the safety bar, so she doesn't have to take her shoulders into a full stretch position. She's got good mobility there, and then just drops down into that. The safety bar squat has got a lot of knee drive forward, so you may need to elevate your heels. Kara's got really good range of movement, but that can be a different variation that you can do just to work around that. So the main things that we went over: ankle tightness, so elevate through your heels, then just getting tightness, so making sure that you're spreading the floor in your squats. Maybe bring a band in to help get your glutes really, really strong. And this is a way that you can overcome the upper back tightness as well. We do have other videos or other technique videos on our page that really goes through the technique for a high bar back squat, for a low bar squat, even front squat, in more detail. So if you wanted some more details about that, make sure that you visit our technique page. We'll leave a link there for you. But I hope you found today's video extremely helpful. Squats are amazing for getting good tone through your legs, glutes, and just enhancing your results overall. So I'm Amanda from the Queen of Lean. This is Kara, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.